Namaskar, my dear friends. Let us talk about sources in multisim. So we have various kinds of sources. We'll talk about voltage source in this session. In that, we'll try to include AC sources, DC sources, pulse wave or step signal and all those things. So as you can see, I have taken example of, like this is DC source, this is also DC source. We have AC source, power sources, we have AC signal sources. So signal sources will be little bit lower voltage level and power sources of AC will be higher voltage source, let's say 120 volt RMS, right? Then we have digital sources or clock pulse kind of thing, and we have step signal and all. Okay, so we'll try to see the properties and settings of each of these sources so that you can have a proper understanding of how sources can be used in multisim. So let us open multisim. I'll just remove everything. Now what you have to do first thing is you have to go to place, then components, and in this component section you will be having all groups. Okay, so all the values, all the components are there available, right? Now go to the drop down and you will see sources. So once you click on sources, you have like power sources, signal voltage source, signal current source and all these things. Okay, digital sources. So what we will do is we will go ahead with power source and we'll go ahead with DC power. Okay, so DC power, power source. So as you can see, I'm going to press OK and it came here. And I'll take a ground for reference so that I can make it like this. So this is my voltage source. Now you just put put wiring. Now if you want, what you can do is, already, click on this net, right click it, put properties, and I'm going to net name as Vin, means input voltage. Okay, and show the net name on the nets. So Vin is shown here. Okay, now how do you check whether it is 12 volt or not? So for that you can put a voltage probe here. So this is probes, this is probe list. So you can put a voltage probe and you can see PR1 has come. Now if you run it, you will get directly, just run it, you will get directly a graph which will be showing you what is the value. So I can show it here. You can see here it is 12 volt. If you want, you can increase the trace width so that you can better visualize it. So you can see it is 12 volt. So 12 volt is ready with you. Now let us say you want to change the value of this voltage value. Say just click on this voltage and double click it. You will get the value change and you can write it down. Let us say 5. So you have 5 volt now. Now you run it, you will get 5 volt. Got it? You, if you want to change the axis property, come to the left side, right click it, axis properties, and this axis properties has opened up. You can see we have pen size 1, maximum, minimum, everything is there, right? So minimum is 4.5, maximum is 5.5. Instead of that, I can put it, let's say 0, and let's say I can put it up to 6 volt. So 0 to 6 volt I'm going to take, and let us say I press OK. So you can see 0 to 6 volt it has come. If you want, you can change the ticks also. So let us say total ticks I want, let's say 6. Okay, and this is how you are going to get 5. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Understood? So this is how you do the settings. Now why don't we do one thing, we take another source. Okay, so another source I am going to take, go to place. Shall we do one thing, we'll just take Control C, Control V, and I am going to remove this probe. This voltage source I am going to put components. Now let us do that AC source. So this is my AC source. I am going to put it here and connect it. You can see here V of V in means the net name was V in. That's the reason it was showing that, right? Now I'm going to put that probe here. So This will be the value that will be coming here, nothing else. So what is the value? This one, 120 volt RMS, 60 hertz. Okay. So if you run it, you can see we have this AC source. You are not able to see because it is running for 3 seconds. So for that, what you have to do is go to simulate, and since it is 60 hertz means 1 second is 60 times, right? So I can run it for, let us say, zero point 0.1 second, means 6 pulses will come. So I'll run it for 0 0.1 second, means number of pulses that will come is 6, and you keep it in transient mode so that you will be able to get the graph. Now let's run it. So you can see total 6 pulses are there because you have run it for 0 0.1 second, and the peak voltage that is there is 120 volt and minus 120 volt. How to get those values? We will see. This is volt RMS. So volt RMS means the peak volt that will appear, 120 volt RMS will be actually equal to 120 root 2 volt peak. Okay. So that comes up actually how much? 120 into root 2. So that is 169.7 volt, approximately 170 volt. So how to check that? How to check that is, let us say you come here, you go to cursor and show cursor. So you will be able to see the cursor. Okay. Now just drag the cursor, you will see the peak value. You can see you have around 169 volt, right? So 169 is coming. Troughs you will be minus 169. So take another probe and see minus 169 is coming. Okay. So minus 169 is Y1. So this was about AC source. If you want to change the value of this AC source, double click it. You will get the property window. In that voltage label, let us say I want voltage label RMS to be 220 volt, which is Indian standard. Okay. And frequency, let us say I want 50 hertz. And then you can have AC analysis magnitude and all those things. If you want, you can change some distortion frequency and all those things, but it is not needed right now. So I'm not going to change anything. Okay. Only thing I want to change is the voltage label and the frequency. Press OK. You have changed your voltage label to be 220 volt RMS and 50 hertz. So you are running for 0 0.1 second. So total how many pulses will come? Let us run. So you can see you have now voltage label changed. Okay. So what is the voltage label? This is my Y2 blue color. So it is around 220. It is around 309 volt, and this will be minus 309 volt. Okay. So this was about AC source. Now let us talk about some other one. So go to place, component. Now I am going to take a signal voltage source. There are other voltage sources also here. I will tell you. This is VCC, which is like a node type. So you can take it like this. And there you will not need anything. You just take a node, take a probe. Okay. And put this probe here. So this VCC will be actually 5 volt. You don't need a ground to show it. So these are generally used in biasing a op amp or transistor and all those things, because you would have seen a lot of circuits where VCC, VEE, those are used, right? So can you run it and see whether it is coming 5 volt? So just run it. You are seeing 5 volt is coming. If you want, you can keep another probe also. Let us say another probe here. So probe 2 will be showing this voltage and probe 1 will be showing this voltage. But I don't want to mix in the graph. That's the reason I am keeping only one voltage source probe. Okay. So VCC, VEE you understood, right? Go to place. VEE will be negative, let us say. So this is digital supply. Put a net and then put this probe and it will come negative. So you can see minus 5 volt. Let us take another source. So another source what I am going to take is DC signals, I mean AC signal source. Okay, so signal voltage source you come, power sources, signal voltage sources. In that you have AC voltage. So take this AC voltage. In this AC voltage source, what you have is you have 1 volt peak and the frequency value, that is 1 kilohertz. So if you want, you can take the ground, wire it up, and then take this probe here. So if you run this particular graph, what you will see is you will see 1 kilohertz pulse and 1 volt peak, that is 1 volt up and 1 volt down. So let us run it. So how many pulses you are seeing? This many, right? So 1 kilohertz means it is 1 millisecond, right? So if you run for 5 millisecond, you will get 5 pulses, right? So can we do, go to simulation, analyze and simulate, make it for 5 millisecond. So 0.005. Now let us run it. So you have 5 number of pulses. Okay. If you want, you can change the color of this particular graph, like trace color, some other color or something. So this color is coming. Okay. Similar to that, let us come back to red only because that was quite good. Okay. Now what is the properties of this particular source? So double click it and you can change the values. So let us say voltage level I want 3 volt. Okay. And the frequency, let us say I want 10 kilohertz. You want a delay, so you can put a delay time, let us say 0.2 millisecond or 1 millisecond you want, you can put, but I will not put anything. I don't want any delay. If you want have phase, let's say 90 degree, 45 degree, you can put that as well. And other parts is same. So if you press OK, my voltage level has become 3 volt peak and 10 kilohertz. So 10 kilohertz will be how much? 0.1 millisecond, right? So I'll run it for 0.5 millisecond to get 5 number of pulses. So go to analyze and simulate, and I'll put it as 0.5 millisecond, right? So you can see you have 3 volt peak and 3 volt drops. Let's take few more sources. So few more sources you can see, we have digital sources and we have, like step sources. So why don't you do one thing? You can analyze this only right now, like you can check some another value, let us say 1.2 volt, and let's say you want 500 hertz, and run it for little lesser time, a little longer time. So let us say I'm going to run for 500 hertz, right? So I'm going to run for 10 millisecond. So you'll have 5 pulses and you have 1.2 volt up, up, and 1.2 volt down. So next other sources, what we'll do is we'll see in the other session so that you can have proper understanding, and just try to practice each of the sources so that you can utilize them in your different circuits. So we have seen digital sources, we have seen AC sources, signal sources, and AC power sources, and we have seen DC power sources. Okay. Thank you.